mean, obviously. What is up, Jabronis? JJ back here with Holden. And look at what we have here. Special guest, Kurt. And Kurt is in an interesting place today. First of all, I love the holiday festivities behind you. Maybe a little Van Gogh action in the background, too. Got a nice little bookcase, bookshelf.
Baby.
Is that an angel on top of the bookshelf? Or
It is. It's a black angel.
That's incredible. Holden, are you not going to welcome our friend Kurt to the show? Or are you just going to sit there?
Well, first of all, you and Kurt wouldn't shut the hell up, so I had no time to get in. We just started the show. Second of all, I thought I was the biggest disaster at RPS. It's not even close. Kurt has won this. Full-fledged 100%. Feel like he does cocaine. He says he doesn't. I think a lot of other people feel that way. He's over at his girlfriend's house right now. They discussed many sexual things with us before the show. We can't share with you. And it's too early for Christmas trees. So it's not even Thanksgiving yet. Take that stupid stuff down.
I'm getting you see that little thin hallway there, Holden? I'm getting Paranormal Activity vibes in that little hallway.
It's a girl. His girlfriend's back there. I wish she'd come up there and say hi to us.
No chance.
What's she wearing?
Hoodie.
She's just wearing a hoodie. Pants. Yeah.
Get weird. This is why people don't like you, Holden.
I feel like it's an appropriate question.
See?
Fair enough.
Me and Kurt, kindred spirits. Kindred spirits. Me and Kurt.
I take it back. What's up, Yeezy? All right, so Holden, last week, I don't even remember how we did. I know I won the best bet from the game. And I know I hit Foster Moreau, so maybe I went 2-0. Maybe.
I don't know. You've been doing good this year. I'll take your word for it. I know you hit the same game parlay.
Same game parlay definitely won on Thursday.
That was the big one.
And Foster Moreau went over his number. Yeah, it was a good week.
Yeah, you got both of them then.
Yeah.
I was wondering why I had a winning night.
His props have been so low. I think I hit them 2 weeks ago, and he hit it easily.
Yeah,
Foster
Moreau's been smashing. So Holden, what were your thoughts of overall last week? How'd you do overall? All right.
First of all, we needed to discuss the Christmas tree thing, and then I'll worry about the game stuff. All right, JJ? Stop trying to be so professional.
Look, I am the huge Christmas guy. As soon as I'm pretty sure November 1st, I put on the Christmas music.
Cancel your goodie. This is not the FBI guy. Calm down with your anti-Christmas tree, Scrooge.
Finnick.
I mean, you invited this guy?
Was that a reindeer in the back? It's only a reindeer.
He's here. Wait, yeah, but continue reading the comment.
Stop being done with the comment. It's not Thanksgiving. It's still closer to Halloween. I think people should have their Halloween stuff up still. Take it down on Thanksgiving.
Kurt, did you know Holden enjoys Thanksgiving so much that he takes an entire week off of RPS content for it?
Correct.
Are you serious? What's funny is I texted JSU. I was like, hey, if we need someone to do Thanksgiving shows for NBA or I'm sorry, just for NFL, I was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
So
do you play basketball?
Holden's not doing the show next week.
Yeah, I don't care.
Recreationally?
Holden, thoughts on the water jug?
Let's see it. It's fine. He drinks a lot of water. Don't you go to work out? Right? That's it. You know what you probably do? You probably take a shit ton of caffeine before you work out, don't you? Do you have some pre-workout drink?
I don't drink coffee or anything.
God, you're weird.
No pre-workout.
The real athletes take beta-alanine before they work out.
What's that? I'm beta.
Why would a real athlete take anything beta?
It's beta-alanine. It's
I want alpha-alanine.
It's a supplement that helps increase your heart rate. It helps increase blood flow, not to where you're thinking. But it is a great pre-workout. Actually, any pre-workout you've ever taken, over the counter, I'd almost guarantee you had beta-alanine in it.
Why would you not think about the place where you think it is? It just avoids the groinal area altogether, and everywhere else gets blood flow.
You're not at the gym with a half chub because of beta-alanine. That's what I.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
You're like says you.
Kurt, you routinely work out at the gym with an erection, don't you?
I feel like it would definitely, your testosterone would be going. I feel like it would definitely get peak performance.
Yeah. Has that ever happened to you, Kurt? It did to me multiple times.
I don't think it has.
When I was in my 20s, yeah. When I lived in Vegas and I used to go work out at 1 a.m. because I'd be coming back from work and the strippers would be getting off of work or whatever. I'd do it.
See, now make it happen brings up a good point. You don't even need over-the-counter pre-workouts if you're on testosterone and tren.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm not on that, but
you should do Deca and Winstrol. Those are good for you. Those are the good ones, JJ.
I was
You're,
gonna say
you're
test
sized.
shot.
You're sized like a guy who would take Winnie V.
Yeah. We like the old time stuff here. We like the old time stuff.
Let me tell you something. Winnie V is still in the streets. It's not old school.
It's not?
No, still in the streets.
I
do you
don't
know
know.
so
I don't
much
know what
about
it is.
One of
Did you ever deal steroids like on your side on the side?
Oh, he definitely did. Hey, I got
was
the
that question?
steroids
Was that
here.
question to me?
Yeah, that was for you, JJ.
No,
You
no, but
definitely
I
sold
do
steroids.
feel like I'm very acumen on this topic.
You're wearing a cross chain. You
Just you.
sold multiple
Yeah.
steroids there.
Yeah, I do wonder how many
Come on.
cycles you've done. At least 8 cycles for JJ. He's totally roided out before. Not right now, though. Not right now.
Yeah,
No.
these days I'm like a flabby 205.
When was the last time you cycled? Like, how old were you?
I've never cycled.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know all about this. It's still on the street, but I've never cycled. Somebody just told me it's out there on the streets.
All I know is, speaking for a friend, if you want to shed 20 pounds in a month, the good way, take yourself some Winstrol V. That's what I know.
That's it. Just take Winstrol.
Just take Winstrol V.
All right.
What
Well,
is that?
looks like I'm gonna have a good time on Thanksgiving break here, shooting up with Winstrol, hanging out at Disneyland. It's gonna be a good time.
But you see, normally people with extra body fat take Winstrol V. You're a thin guy. It really wouldn't make sense unless you were going to start competing.
Yep, I am gonna start competing.
Which you're not going to do. So
What do you
Wait,
mean?
have you competed?
no.
That'd be hilarious. God, do you imagine losing a fantasy football league and then like having to like enter one of those things? That'd be fucking hysterical. And try.
You know those pictures would get out. Only a matter of time.
Oh God, that
Holden
would be
walking
so
on a
great.
stage with 8 dudes with no clothes on.
We
I can
gotta
see
do a bet like that. Someone in the company like having to do that would be fucking hilarious.
What do
I
they
can
have
see
to do? I don't even know what you're saying.
You had to like take it seriously,
take what seriously?
You
Entering
pose
like one of those
it.
body contests, like get the fake
Oh.
tan. Like, I mean, you can try to work out if you want, but just getting the fake tan, going to one of those contests and entering yourself.
Who would be the best for that though? Probably Big T. Probably Tony. Now he wouldn't do it, but boy, would I like to see that on a cycle.
The
Yeah.
requirement would be definitely you have to get the spray tan. That's one of the requirements, and you got to show up to the contest.
We do have a lot of steroid people in our chat, and I love it.
I want to be clear. It's more common knowledge than the two of you think.
I don't know anything about it, but I'm kind of an idiot. So
I went to the congressional hearings with the Mitchell report, so I learned all about him, and now I'm an expert.
Fair enough. All right. So, Holden, do you have any other bullshit to talk about before you actually want to give like actual?
Did
content?
I mention the Christmas tree back there? That is just why so early, Kurt?
that's not early
Please.
enough.
That's a thin tree. It looks like that tree's on.
Yeah, it's not even a tree. What is that?
Tree's
Is it fake?
The
tree's on
tree's
code.
mid Winstrol V cycle right now. How thin that thing is.
What ornaments do you have
perfect.
on there? Do you have any?
We got
Extra.
we got a slot machine for
Yep.
me.
Yep.
Champagne glass,
Uh-huh.
a dog for Finnick,
Mhm.
a black ballerina dancer, a football, a crown, and a basketball. That's it. Oh, and a beer mug.
Holden, how much would you have to be paid to do a cycle of HGH?
Well, I did HGH. I told you I've already been on HGH.
Oh, that's right.
You
Yeah, but you're on
have?
the medically prescribed one. I'm talking
When I
about
was
like
12, I was like the
Yeah.
third shortest kid in my class. I didn't want to end up like JSU, so I had him give it to me.
Oh my god.
Went to 5'10". Now I'm stuck at 5'9". Starting to shrink as you get older.
I'm not talking like the medically prescribed. You know.
I mean,
really-
what do I need it for right now though? Just to feel even better than I do?
I just think it would be funny to see you like an extra 40 pounds of muscle heavier.
Oh, I have been 25 pounds heavier. 182 was 22 pounds. 182 was my heaviest. It was
So
too
right
much
now
for me.
you're walking around at a raw 160.
161.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost 11 pounds. Stopped being as fat. I'm starting to put it on though. I ate too much ice cream. I ate it every day.
You got a good metabolism though.
Yeah. So let's JT Gristle wants to know if King Henry's scoring 2 or more touchdowns tonight with 125 yards plus and the tight money line because he has a same game parlay.
So we'll talk on. I mean, do you want to start giving bets?
I think we should go Thursday night first, just if
Yeah,
anybody's
that's
here.
fine.
And then-
Okay.
But trust me, we've got a whole bunch of plays for the weekend, so we'll go and do that. But as far
But
as
your
Derrick
point-
Henry goes,
So yeah, to JT, your point. I did bet the first half over 20 plus 100. To me, I don't like. It feels like Aaron Rodgers, and maybe I'm overreacting to a short sample, but it feels like he's finally found his little stud receiver, a guy he's got on the same page on. It was nice to see our friend Watson explode on Sunday. And maybe there's some timing there, potentially, maybe some goodness. And apparently Randall Cobb's back. Not that that's a big deal, but I think he's back, right? He was lifted off the IR.
Third down plays, stuff like that, I think will be a big deal.
Jesus,
that's
Kurt, sounds like you're working in a Wendy's drive-through, bro.
This prop bet is a good one.
So yeah, I think first of all, Green Bay has not been able to stop the run well all year. So you would assume Henry should be able to grind this team for yards. So to your point, yeah, I can't mind that, JT. It seems a little chalky, and I can only presume a sports book offering you that type of same game boost. You're likely getting like really nailed on the odds on that. Like it might look good, but in reality, it's probably a lot worse than whatever you're getting. Let us know what odds you're getting on that, JT. I'll give you a little better perspective. It's hard for me to tell you what the same game parlay is. I don't even know the odds of it.
All right.
But I did that first half over 20 plus 100 DK.
All right. And mine, I disagree with you on Rodgers. And you know what? Maybe he does have a little bit more of a rapport here, but these are two teams that don't play with much pace. And we'll go to Tannehill first. Tannehill, if they're going to keep this game close, he's not going to throw for more than 180 yards. And I think, what is his prop right now? It's sitting around 180. I boosted this thing up to 224.5, a number that I don't think he can get to. Aaron Rodgers has not been throwing for 300 yards. 274.5 for Rodgers, under there. So an alternate same game parlay, under 274.5 for Rodgers, under 224.5 for Tannehill, minus 115. Awesome. So that'll be my favorite bet for tonight. Just betting against both of these quarterbacks, and more than anything else, Aaron Rodgers still has arm strength, and Aaron Rodgers actually has, his whole arsenal available to him. You just know that they love to run. And again, look at the plays, look at the pace. Under 274.5, under 224.5. That's my favorite play tonight.
This also feels like a good Lazard spot. I know that Watson was the big
matchup base last week when he went off.
Yeah,
it was matchup base.
Watson was the big dude last week, but it does feel like, I'll be honest, Holden. I know that you might think, to me, Watson looks so fast. Like I know it sounds silly, but like if him and Rodgers are just on similar pages, Rodgers has needed a guy he can trust. And outside of Watson's drops, think about it. If Watson just catches the ball, the dudes probably have decent numbers this year. He's dropped so many passes. But anyway,
my problem.
Do you know who else used to drop passes? Who else used to drop passes?
What?
Devontae Adams used to drop passes like a motherfucker his rookie year.
Yeah, but it took him a while to drop that. We're talking about a guy that's played in like 4 games.
Oh yeah, well I think in 2 years we'll look back and say, Jesus, the Packers really nailed the Dobbs and the Watson pick. That's what I think in 2 years.
Yeah, and Aaron Rodgers will probably be gone by then.
Yeah, exactly. That's sad.
But again, and he still has arm strength. People are like, oh, he's totally washed. He's not totally washed. First of all, his offensive line. Is Bakhtiari playing tonight?
He's not been playing that well. I've been watching, and he's not been playing like his normal self.
He's better than whoever is behind him.
Exactly, for sure. But he's not playing like his all-pro level, which I think will come back sooner rather than later.
So just real quick, because I want to answer JT Grizzle's question, the 848. I'll be honest, I don't like that number, and I'll briefly break it down for you, JT. So let's argue Henry's like minus 150 to score today. Is that what his odds are to score once? 150, 160 minus? I don't know what the number is off the top of my head. You guys have it in front of you? Anytime touchdown, Derrick Henry?
Oh, I got right here.
155.
Yeah, so 155 makes sense. So obviously, if you take him to score twice, that's likely going to be in that like plus 350 area ish. Okay, 125 yards is not his projection. His projection is less than that. So to me, that's another dog money type bet. And then the Titans money line, they're an underdog, so that's another dog money bet. When you parlay 4 groups of bets together, normally that should pay at least 10 to 1. At least from a sportsbook's perspective. Granted, the true odds of it should be closer to 16 to 1. But at a sportsbook's odds, you're normally going to get 10 to 1 on a 4-teamer. Feels like you're really getting dogged there, JT, because you have a few plus money bets in there. And if you were to randomly take 4 bets at those same prices, that bet would probably be closer to 12 to 1. So while I don't mind the bet, I don't think you're getting the best odds. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, we can
go. Both the offensive linemen are in tonight, Bakhtiari and Jenkins. So there's a little boost. I think for everything, for Rodgers, for the running game. And then I'm looking, let me see, what did I get this number at? The only other one that I have from tonight would be the Aaron Rodgers pass attempts, and it was under 34.5. So it's just kind of a correlated.
One thing I'll say about you that I like that you do, Holden, is when you like a side, like a total under, a total over, I do like how you correlate a lot of your bets with it.
Yeah, even if they're wrong all the time, it's a very good strategy to have.
I mean, I'm here giving the first half over, and you're just giving every prop under.
Everything. Yeah, just everything. So like I said, I think the other one is if you're going to look at Aaron, I mean, now it's 33.5. I'd still do 33.5. I just don't think they don't. This is a running offense. This is a rushing offense. We've just seen them do that. The thing is, though, you can beat Tennessee through the air, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. But like, I agree. But I mean, Braves going to sell out for the run.
The biggest reason why I like the over, especially in the first half, because I do feel like there is a possibility one of these teams goes up 2 scores. And if that happens, the other team to come back, I don't love that perspective. Mm-hmm. But the first half, I think that is where we would get the most scoring. Again, you have a team in Green Bay that struggles against the run, a team in Tennessee that struggles against the pass. To me, it makes a lot of sense, especially Rodgers off that decent game. Found himself an extra connection, gets Cobb back on 3rd downs. Lazard is likely in a good bounce back spot. I get it, 2 dusty offenses this year relatively, but that's kind of the reasons why I like the over.
Okay. Let's see. What else can we do here? Anything else?
I don't disagree there, Robert, on the Tennessee defense looking really
Can I give a long shot? Can I give a long shot pick?
Fire away, Kurt.
Chig Okongwu. I mean, we've seen Titans do his tight ends touchdowns all the time, but like I think there's multiple ways he can score, not just the goal line plays that they have been running and been like successful on for many, many years. But I think there's multiple ways that he can score a touchdown, and the guy's super talented. He scored in the preseason like twice, I think. But yeah, he's super talented. Chig Okongwu, you're getting plus 1,200. I don't know what the FanDuel odds are, but that seems like good value to me, especially if they're playing from behind.
Love it. And
I like him in DFS tonight.
The question Bill in the chat.
I just like him in DFS tonight. He'll get his shots. He'll get 2, 3.
Glad you enjoy my father's shows.
Oh, God, he's so funny. I got to put my course up, so if I'm looking down.
Why don't you turn your mic off and your video off, and we'll get back to you, Kurt. You go put your cores in there, buddy. Okay.
Shit.
Could you imagine how mean that was? I mean, Kurt, are you just gonna stand around and take that?
Oh, I thought he was being helpful.
He was about to leave, Holden. You were about to kick Kurt out.
Did you hear what he said? I was being helpful. Kurt knows you always think that I am saying something mean when actually I'm trying to be helpful.
Yeah, Kurt, feel free to mute yourself and unmute yourself as you have to do the cores and chime in as you need to.
Right.
Because it's going to scratch against my sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Okay, turn off the video. That's a little extreme.
Okay.
Exactly. Right.
So
Holden, here's the thing. You've been trying to move the show along. What's your favorite player prop for the weekend?
Just real quick, I want to get your thoughts on the Bills and the Browns. I don't care about your question to me.
Okay.
So this number was 48, dropped to 41 when the snow talked. Now they're moving to Detroit indoors for Josh Allen, which I think is great for him because his elbow is bothering him. Now he doesn't have to play in 20 degrees. He can play in nice warm temperature indoors. What do you think of the total going back to 48?
I think it makes a lot of sense. As far as targeting it, I think that there is a little extra, or let me be more clear, a little less continuity this week with all the scrambling, if you will. I do think that takes its own flavor of a toll. With that said, Detroit's been that stadium. They're playing Lion Stadium. Is that where they're playing, or somewhere else?
Yeah, they're playing at Ford.
Yeah,
they're playing. So the core's field basically of the NFL, right?
Yeah, I mean that field's been tremendous. Now, has that been tremendous because Detroit's defense sucks, or has it been tremendous because it's just a dome that's been playing well? It's obviously I don't think it's fully comparable to like a core's curve.
Yeah, it's definitely the Detroit defense. It's
been a point slot reel, and the Browns haven't exactly been that great defensively. They have a decent pass rush led by Garrett, right? But to answer your question, Holden, I would lean the over. These are the types of games where I think Allen's fine in. And I'll be honest, I mean, I'll talk about this on the Prim Factory tomorrow. At what point do we start being critical of Josh Allen in crucial moments? Like this dude is consistently pissing down his leg in some of the most crucial moments of the crucialest games. And it's becoming a pattern. This is not a 1 game, 2 game, 3 game sample. This dude is consistently doing it. Did it twice in the same game a few weeks ago when he botched, when they needed a field goal. He did it twice. He botched 3rd or 4th down when all they need to do is run off the field. Obviously does it here. He's done it a few different times early in his career. But anyway, I don't think there's going to be as much pressure in this game, but should be a good one. And yeah, Holden, I would agree with the scoring.
Okay. So here's my favorite bet. and I've given it out now plenty of times, and it keeps cashing every single week. I always say if Melvin Gordon's rushing prop is 30.5 or above, you bet the under. And for some reason, these idiots keep putting it at 37.5. So under 37.5, minus 110, 115, depending on where you shop. Melvin Gordon under there. He's not getting there. He's on the field every week between 51 and 54% of the snaps. He's still not getting the work. Once he started having the fumbling problems just from the eye test, he just doesn't run like he did. Now he's, instead of trying to bust off a big run, he's trying to hold on to the ball. And by the way, he dropped it on the floor again. He was down though. If he fumbles, he's done for the game. We're seeing Latavius look better. I'm going under again on a Melvin Gordon rushing prop, under 37.5. What do you got?
Don't blame you. As I often say, though, I don't really like when these numbers keep dropping and dropping and dropping. And, you know, obviously, if you're riding the train, I can't blame you. You have been riding this train. So who am I to tell you to stop? I personally do think, a little like the Mariota prop last week, I do think we might have gone too far now.
Ooh.
But with that said, who knows? It's not like this has been like a gravy train profitable for me, waiting for these spots where the number gets just too small on a player prop end to start betting overs. But yeah, I do think 37. I think
he's been at this number now for a couple weeks.
Exactly 37 or 38.
It was like
39,
last week was right around 37. We had a 39 maybe. Yeah,
makes a little difference, a little bit. But I agree with you. If the number has consistently been 37.5, then yeah, definitely keep firing.
I was looking at those Mariota props. I still haven't seen the attempts. I didn't like the yards, but I'll probably go back with another attempt. Let me see here. 37. Here's his last lines. Okay. Last week was 33, 41, 40, 50. So it was 33 last week and they bumped it up this week. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, so, how many carries did he have last week?
I don't remember, but I definitely went under there. Let me go look it up real quick.
So in that game, actually, my favorite prop is the same game.
Ooh.
I like Cortland Sutton over his receiving number. So first of all, I think he's gotten now 7 or 8 targets in a bunch of games in a row. I don't even know if we know the status of Judy.
He missed again. I don't think he's in, and I know exactly where you're going, and I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I think Sutton's going to get peppered. And like, to me, it's 56.5, 125 is where I got it. So the VIG's a little high, but I'd be shocked if this number didn't close at 60-ish. To me, it's good to 60. I don't know how much higher it'll go than that. But yeah, it just feels like the type of game. It's the Raiders as well. It feels like the type of game where the Broncos, to your point, Holden, are going to struggle to run the football again. And look, with Sutton, the good part with him is it could be one play. I mean, they definitely take their shots deep with him. They definitely pepper him with targets. And I know that the gaudy tight end, what's his name?
Dulcich?
Yeah. I know he was very trendy last week. Maybe he bounces back this week, but regardless, I love the spot for Sutton. So to me, it makes a lot of sense. I know you're paying a little extra VIG there, but maybe you get 57.5 at a cheaper number, 58.5. Again, I'm good with it up to 60.
I was looking at his receptions actually, but I must say, just because of the inaccuracy issues with Wilson, that might be the better route to go with Sutton.
And he definitely throws those moonball deep balls.
Well, I wish I could do targets because I'll guarantee 10 this week.
I think Dulwich, he's been so involved though too. I like both, but I think if Judy says like that's just more targets and more stuff for Dulwich, I think you can honestly get away with betting both. Even though that passing game's been like abysmal this year, I think you get away with betting both and just put the priority on the Sutton one. But Dulwich, his route involvement and everything was crazy last week.
I'm going over on Dulcich this week too. By the way,
yeah, think about it, Kurt. I mean, there's a much better shot there, in my opinion, that you go 2 and over as 0 and 2 with betting those.
I agree, 100%. At least you're going 1 and 1. At least,
more commonly you're going to go 1 and 1, of course, but.
Can I give up my favorite now? Is that how this goes?
Yeah, fire away.
Darnell Mooney in a dome against the worst passing defense in the league, setting at 43.5 for an improved Justin Fields, number 1 receiver. 43.5 feels a little bit low against the Falcons for me in a dome.
Love it.
I made bank, huh?
Oh yeah, go describe, Kurt.
I made bank last week on Mooney overs. My buddy knows their receiving coach, so he would kind of let me know if the number. I was like, "Here's the number." He'd be like, "Okay, well, He would kind of let me know the game plan a little bit, but I went like 5 and 7 on Mooney receiving props last year, so I'm going to keep it riding this week. Now that Fields has looked improved, the offense looks good, and this is a great time to attack it. So 43.5 on the Mooney overs.
Yeah,
He's
love it.
looking his way.
I think so. Hold on, what's your take on Fields? Right, it seems like out of nowhere the dudes went from dust to like very relevant.
This is like Jonathan Taylor, man. Remember that his rookie year? And then all of a sudden he just started going ape shit. One game turned it around. He had all the confidence in the world. It's 5 straight weeks. Like, he can't do this every week, can he? He is the new Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
It goes without saying though, and
Amazing.
it doesn't get spoken about enough, especially in the media. I'm not sure why, because I think it's objectively true. Confidence and mental health, like huge contributors towards athlete success.
You're right.
Consistently in sports. And obviously we don't know what's going on in players' heads, right? So it's tough for us to handicap or try to figure out that process. But a player's own confidence, a player's own mentality, a player's own mindset as they go into a given week. What I really remember, believe it or not, I don't know if you guys remember, Carmelo Anthony with the Nuggets, the one postseason where he was playing the Lakers, going into that postseason, even Kobe Bryant was saying that postseason, like, this guy's been a different player, like for the last like 30, 25 games. And he was an absolute monster in that playoff series against the Lakers. I think it was like 35 a game he was averaging. Just shows, confidence. It comes in spurts, and Fields, I'd argue, is one of the most confident players in the league right now. At least he looks like one of the most confident players in the league. It's good to see.
I want to go back to your Sutton here. 56.5.
Yep.
Is that the number at -115?
Oh, hey, you got 115. That's even better. I got 125.
Oh, because you bet it on DK probably, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Where's it 115, Holden?
Bet MGM.
Yeah. I should have looked there. I
There's
didn't
only three places.
I didn't know they had released props this early. I would have looked there.
That's Bet MGM will do it right after DraftKings. Caesars and DraftKings first. Caesars odds usually aren't as good, and then Bet MGM will be right.
Think about that for a second. For you guys that lack, maybe your own true process or your own true acumen in terms of handicapping. Holden brings up a good point, because you could easily, at that point, what would be defined as chasing steam. You can go on DraftKings, find some props you like. You'll see them extra vigged if they're popular. And then maybe just slide over to BetMGM and get them at cheaper prices.
I always do that. And there's no place with immediate player prop odds. They don't change. I just haven't found the place yet, but you have to go look at multiple books, especially Sunday. PointsBet has a bet 6 yards. What was it? There was a bet I placed on PointsBet. It was 6 yards off the number on DK.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
And PointsBet does have some soft lines there. And Bet Rivers, I keep telling you guys, there's very soft lines with their player props. Okay. What else? So I got Melvin Gordon under. I had McLaurin over 59.5 receiving yards. We're going back to that this week. Jesus, Kurt.
What I do?
You breathe. It sounds like you want to ventilate it. Like you breathe, like almost like Darth Vader.
Can we just stop the show? Should we just go watch football?
No, but I got to get off and do lineups. So,
oh, thank God.
Hey, that's
Kurt, obviously we don't want to keep you. Obviously,
I'm just trying to help you, buddy.
I'll be back next week at the home territory. I'm going to show Holden what's up.
Please don't.
Love it.
With the home game with JJ's mic.
Okay, you come next week.
I'll come next week. I'll come tonight too, Holden. I will come every night.
Next week, please. We really want you on the show. Okay?
With a good mic.
Just with a good mic. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Darnell Mooney to the moon, okay?
Okay. Darnell Mooney to the moon. Thanks, Kurt. We'll see you next week. I can't wait.
Thanks, Kurt.
Yeah. We're not even doing a show next week. That's why.
Oh my God, I forgot. See, you're an asshole. That's why you're an asshole.
Yeah. Well, why? I wanted him to make it feel good about himself.
Yeah.
Like,
so what? When he closes out of this, but he leaves this up and he's still listening to it. Then
he won't remember that this happened.
See, this is why you're disliked.
By who?
I just wanted to see your reaction. You actually
Uncle T? Who else?
I think Uncle T likes you. I don't think he respects you.
Sometimes, that's even worse. Oh God, JJ. That's how I feel about
you know how you can earn his respect. You can box his ass out on that slab at Tony's house in March.
Dude, I'm not tearing my other Achilles. It's over. My basketball days are over. Can we just do these fucking props and get out of here so I can go watch?
Yeah, that's my best prop of the week.
Okay. I got McLaurin over 59.5. Not worried about Stingley Jr. Did look at it. Stingley shades at a 60% clip. Even if that's so, McLaurin, it's Heineke. Heineke
loves him some McLaurin.
Yeah. And again, here's another one. I'm like, what are they going to set this at? Like 67, 68? No, it's 59.5. So I like that one. And then one more. Jeff Saturday. Way to go, dude. Congrats. Matt Ryan is not going to break off a 39-yard run this week. He is going to throw for less than 230 yards. That'll be the last one.
Now, and I know this has been a trending thing anyway, but if the Colts upset Jeff Saturday, I think you're going to be seeing a lot more of Jeff Sunday, right?
What does that mean?
I don't know. I keep seeing this Jeff Sunday thing trending.
Well, I thought Kurt did a lot to detonate the show, JJ, but it looks like you've managed to top him.
It wasn't an easy act, Holden, but we got there.
Dude, it was nice to see everybody in the chat too. Bill and Robert and Totally Not and Make It Happen, JT Gristle, all you do, Don Yeezy. Love these guys. Thank you.
Yeah, and obviously this is the DFS channel, so look, good luck tonight, guys, with your lineup builds. I did not play in the DFS streets, okay, but if I was going to, hypothetically, I definitely would have had Rodgers, Watson, Lazard on every lineup. So and intermingled them as captains. I think you're gonna have Henry as captain, super popular. I get it, but you want to be a little contrarian, run those three and randomize the captains with those.
What? How much did the fact that I'm opposite of you on Aaron Rodgers factored into you recommending him even more?
0, because if I was playing DFS today, 100%, I would have done that and faded Henry.
You would have faded Henry anyways. All right. Yeah. The cat's meowing. Why don't you say goodbye to everybody, buddy?
Yes, everybody. Good luck this weekend. I'll be back tomorrow with the Print Factory with the boys.
Ooh.
And then I will join my father tomorrow at 5 o'clock as well on his stupid show. Also, if you haven't already for college football, Ray Gray Fox did his video today, about an hour ago. I'll pump it tomorrow morning for folks to maybe get a listen to or watch for tomorrow. Guy is super analytical. If you are a big numbers guy or a numbers junkie, you like folks who create their own lines, create their own handicapping strategies, you'll definitely love his content. Definitely different than my dad. But from an analytical perspective, they are very different. So kudos there to Ray. And then I will be on the college football show with the boys on Saturday. And then Holden Sunday with you. So yeah, busy weekend for myself on these shows.
Sunday, I will not be missing Sundays. I'll be gone next week, but I'm not missing the Sundays.
Wonderful. If there was one show I was hoping you would miss next week, it would have been.
I know.
Look at the little guy. Love it.
Yep.
Are you still got him on? You got him on the catnip? Yeah,
we're gonna go do some catnip right now. As a matter of fact.
Love it. You should do catnip and give him the cannabis.
I think we'd both have a good time.
All right, folks. With all that said, gamble responsibly, stay safe. As always, run pure. You still got a few more minutes to finalize your lineups.
Yes, you do.
With all that said, good luck. Hope you guys all crush, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye. Arf.